Hi, I'm Dempsey Pillot, and this week I'm reviewing Black Panther was directed by Ryan Coogler and boasts an all-star cast consisting of Chadwick Boseman, Lupita Nyong'o, Forest Whitaker, and Angela Bassett, just to name a few. The film takes place not too long after the events of Captain America Civil War and follows T'Challa, our main character played by Chadwick Boseman, as he transitions into his new role as King and Black Panther. Now, this film is fantastic. Believe the hype. This film is a film worth seeing, and there's so many aspects to it that I don't even know where to begin. Ryan Coogler, who directed Fruitvale Station and Creed, is back, and this guy seemingly can do anything. He takes this character, this beloved Marvel character, and he creates not only another, corner of the Marvel Universe, but he manages to make it his own. And he manages to do something fun and fresh with the superhero franchise that we've never seen before. And it was so rich, especially, the scenes with the Wakandan culture. I don't even know where to begin, honestly, seriously. I guess I'll start with the cast. Chadwick Boseman, this guy seemingly can do no wrong. From Jackie Robinson to James Brown to Thurgood Marshall, this guy is versatile. Seriously, I think we may have, the next Daniel Day-Lewis on our hands. He takes this character and he makes it his own, and you can tell that the role he's playing is so personal, that he's just using all these different motivations. It's fantastic. And it's hard to just single out his character because there are so many great performances in this movie. Michael B. Jordan plays the villain, and this Marvel villain problem that has been debated about for the past few years, I think it's been solved. Michael B. Jordan gives probably the best performance of his career, if not the best Marvel villain performance to date. This guy is amazing. Such a complex character. And I was reading about some comparisons that are being made to the Joker, Heath Ledger's The Joker, and I can say that they stand. They are very accurate. This guy is so fueled with, I can't even explain it, I don't want to spoil anything, but this guy has this burning rage in him, and if you go see the film, you'll know what I talk about, and it's very relevant. His cause is very relevant. That's all I'm going to say. This whole film is relevant, but we'll go into that a little bit later. In addition to Chadwick Boseman and Michael B. Jordan, the women of this film steal the show. I heard it before I went into go seeing this movie, and it is real. That is a real thing. Danai Gurira from The Walking Dead, she plays Michonne. Lupita Nyong'o, as I mentioned before. Angela Bassett, newcomer Letitia Wright. She is probably one of my favorite characters from the whole film. She plays T'Challa's little sister. They are amazing. They all have great commentary on what's going on. They all have great action sequences. Ryan Coogler went all out with this, and like I said before, he can do no wrong. He really can do no wrong. Now, the production design of this movie was phenomenal. The colors, going into it, from the very opening prologue, as I said before, I already immediately knew that I was in for a treat. Just the direction of how that's done was amazing. But the actual production design of Wakanda is really phenomenal and futuristic. Ryan Coogler had his vision for this movie, and I can tell that he had no problem seamlessly transitioning that vision from the page to the screen. Everything is so fresh, and I love his take of Wakanda, it being so futuristic, it literally being a wave of the future, secluded from the rest of the world. It was amazing. It was fantastic. The music. Now, Kendrick Lamar, when I found out Kendrick Lamar was doing the soundtrack to this film, I was already down. I was already down to go see the movie, but when I found out Kendrick was attached, I was like, I'm in there like healthcare. Guaranteed. But, I didn't know what I was gonna get, and I was blown away. The music that Kendrick Lamar put together with the other great artists for this movie works fantastically, and it's interesting to see how they used, you know, classical music from African culture in this film, and how they used the music from Kendrick Lamar. It's something that I normally don't pay too much attention to when I go to the movies, but in this film distinctly they do something with, you know, the two different types of music that I thought was awesome. And this film, whenever you see T'Challa or any of the other characters of Wakanda, you hear that tribal music, and then whenever you go to Michael B. Jordan's character, you get that like modernized, you know, rap, hip hop, and it's done that way distinctly because of the two opposing perspectives that these characters have. And like I said, I don't want to spoil anything, but it's done tastefully, and I loved it. I really did love it. On top of everything, this film has incredible action sequences. Now, Fruitvale Station was more of a drama, and Creed was more of, you know, a semi-action movie, semi-drama, you know, with the boxing sequences. But this one, oh my god, like, I cannot say it enough. Ryan Coogler cannot do any wrong. This guy has a flair for film. He knows exactly what he wants, and he gets it done. And everything here was just so fresh and cool, and he plays around with the tech of Wakanda, and he has so much fun with T'Challa in the suit. It's great. And the climax, oh my god, the climax of the movie, I can't say enough. It's probably one of the best Marvel climaxes since Captain America Civil War. Now, I guess the most important thing to address here is the plot. And typically in a superhero film, the one thing that the superhero has to face is the villain. But not since Spider-Man 2 or the Dark Knight films has a film actually put a superhero against, you know, the role that responsibility plays in becoming a superhero. And that's something in addition to the villain that T'Challa has to face. He's coming to terms with who he is, like I said, as he transitions into this new role of king and the Black Panther, the guardian of Wakanda. The new roles that he has to take on for the people of Wakanda almost act as another adversary for him, something that he tackles constantly throughout the film. And I thought that was brilliant as well. It's something that we don't see as often as we should in superhero films. This film is just as much about T'Challa becoming the Black Panther as it is about what the Black Panther truly means to the people of Wakanda. And I won't say too much on that, but the Black Panther, you know, is not only the title of the superhero who the film is about. The Black Panther is a symbol for the people of Wakanda, and the film constantly explores what it means to be the Black Panther, the responsibilities the Black Panther takes. And at some point, the film becomes a lot less about the person in the costume and more about what the costume represents itself. Now, I want to be clear, this film is not an origin story. In fact, this film is not your typical superhero film at all. This film is a character-driven drama with lots of action and great performances across the board. This film is about family and coming to terms with the sins of your culture's past. This film is fantastic across the board, and I couldn't be happier with just how relevant it was. I spoke about this earlier. Not only is it relevant with everything going on with the Black Lives Matter movement, but it shows, like I said, the strength of women, and I think that's also equally important with everything that's going on today. The women in particular have a standout role at the end, and there's some really interesting visuals to complement that, and that's all I'm going to say. I really am going to say that this film is one of the best Marvel films I've ever seen in my life. Definitely one of the best films so far for the year, and I honestly could not find anything wrong with this. This film was phenomenal. A step in the right direction for superhero films, and I look forward to seeing how Marvel will try and ante up this one. But as I said, this film is perfect, and I'm going to give it 5 stars. Alright.
We did it! We did it!
Guys, check out Black Panther. It's in theaters now, and if you're anything like me, You'll probably want to see it a second time after that. Take your friends, please. It's such a relevant film, and it's so good. It's really, 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 really good. Thank you so much for watching as always, and if you like what you saw, hit the like button and subscribe. You can also follow me on Stardust. I'm reviewing movies and TV shows there almost daily, so you can follow. I'll put my link at the bottom in my description box. And until next time, I'm Dempsey Pillot. Take care.